Oh, hi! Weekend. Twofer time. Now, this is going to be a first, this is going to be a first time I'll be talking about this group. But this group is not new. And the reason why I really discovered this group is not really because of listening to their music really per se, but it's actually because since I was really geeking out over Yeji's Air. If you remember, my last week's video with regards to Yeji and how how I found her song amazing. Yeji did a dance challenge with one of these members, and this group is called StayC. Now, StayC just recently released a song. Their song, it's called Bebe, Bebe. So for Filipinos would actually be, that would be normal. They would usually use it as an endearment term, and I saw Yeji perform Bebe, and it sounded really good, and the dance was really nice. Now, actually, StayC also did a challenge with Islet last year, and they did a challenge with TikTok. They did one of their members, Siyun, who I believe is the leader, but we'll talk about the members later. They did a TikTok challenge with TikTok with Won Hee, and that's where I first saw StayC. Usually, since I do have my favorite groups, right? As everybody knows, or everybody who watches me, the few people that watch me knows that I'm a big fan. I would consider myself a big fan of Islet. I would even consider myself a glit with the way the way I comment and really follow the group. I also watch their contents. By the way, try them out. They're really fun. They're funny. They're chaotic. You can actually even say they're humble, and they're a really good group. But nevertheless, let's talk about StayC. So while I was watching their contents with regards to having dance challenges, there was one with StayC. They did TikTok. So I was wondering, I've heard of that name before. And then just recently, I saw that they did challenge with Yeji. First doing Air, and then they did Bebe. And I said, it sounded really good. And actually, I was looking really more at Yeji at that time. And then I said, oh, it's nice. Let me try it out. And then I tried them out. And then I would say I was blown away. I really liked the song. Now, before we get into that, let's talk about StayC first. Now, StayC is a group under Hype Entertainment. Now, Hype Entertainment is not a big company. I would say they technically have just three acts under the company. There's StayC as a girl group, excuse me, an actress, and a musical duo. The musical duo is Chilsung Pilsen something. Yes, I forgot to write it down. But they're actually more of they also do producing, more of a producer. They have done work for groups like Twice, Miss A Pink, Sistar. So these are, I would say that they're pretty talented, and then made their own company, Hype Entertainment. Now, the thing with Hype Entertainment is that they're not independent anymore. I would say they're independent, but their biggest shareholder now is Kakao Entertainment. Now, with Kakao, they have actually bought into a lot of companies. They're now, I believe they also got the company that holds IU, among others. So, Kakao is slowly getting into other companies. I think it's basically like trying to get into a Hive type something, since Kakao also has something with SM. So that's also, it's actually a story another time, but it's actually a lot of contention between Kakao and SM, like, or Kakao and SM against Hive. So it's like basically fighting. But nevertheless, StayC debuted in 2020. So they've already been, I believe it's November 2020 was their debut. So they're getting into their fifth year. They're getting into their fifth year. So I would say they're pretty experienced already. And they're a team of 6 members. So since I can only remember names past 5, I made sure to write them down. But let me check. Let me try my memory. So there is no, I can't. There's Sumin. There's Siyun. There's Isa or Isa. Then there's Siyun. There's Yoon, and then there's Jay. And they have leaders there. We have Siyun and Sayun and Siyun as their co-leaders. Now, they're a 6-member group. All of them are Korean. No Korean American, no Japanese, no Chinese. No, they're all Korean. All 6 are Korean. And at this point in their career, since they've already been active since 2020. Their oldest member is 23. Their youngest member is 21. So they're all adults already. Like real adults with drinking adults, like US drinking adults. So they're pretty. Now, with their music, I did remember listening to 2 of their songs previously. First is Teddy Bear, which weirdly I always associate with the ITZY song Sneakers, right? And then there's the Cheeky Icy Thang, which I don't really associate much to anything, but the thing there is, what I feel when I listen to and watch StayC is that number one, well, it's a given that they're beautiful. Every K-pop artist are beautiful, but it gives me like an ITZY vibe, a very big ITZY vibe without the dynamic dancing. They do have the dance. I think they can dance. I'm not sure, not as hard, but what they have is basically if you give ITZY more powerful vocals, I would say that's StayC. Without the dancing, without the dynamic, really strong dancing, and the very cute visuals of ITZY. But I would say it's pretty much like an ITZY, in a sense that they talk about empowerment, they talk about how as women's strength, and the tone of the songs. But in terms of choreography, no, they don't. I mean, I would say it's still ITZY, but vocal wise, I would say because the thing with StayC is that they have people with deep voices, and they have the sweet voices, and then they have people who can sing high notes. So that's one thing that I would love with ITZY is if they had this, but I would say StayC is pretty good. And one thing with StayC is that they had organic success, in a sense that they started really low and then they starting getting more and more famous, especially now with the release of Bebe. Now, Bebe is a very big departure from what they usually sing. It's actually, if I were gonna be putting it in more vulgar words, it's gonna be a little bit cunty, in the sense that it's strong, it's a bit bitchy. It's still, the message is still the same, that I want to be myself. I don't have to, don't call me Bebe and I just want to be me. But it is stronger. I would say this is very strong. This might be their strongest, most powerful song yet. And it has proven it, since they have been having strong performance in music shows. And I'll be putting the links to the music video, to the shroom, and also to some performance videos, and you'll see the difference, and you'll see how strong they really are. The chorus is really nice. I love how Siyun would have this soft voice, and how fast she sings, but it's so soft. It's like very I would say it tempts you. It's very tempting, but then it's talking about herself. That French word c'est moi in the lyrics also has a nice touch. C'est moi is just, it's me, right? So it's being me. I remember that from Louis XIV when he said the estate c'est moi. So basically saying the state, it is me, or I am the state. I also love that they're doing the songs, that they do the English songs. I love the deep voice when you start, and then you have a rapper. They do them rap, and then they do the high notes, the little high notes, and I would say it's a great song. Now, the choreography reminds me of Espas Whiplash, since they do the move, but it's a different type. It's not as dynamic, but it does more with the feet. Honestly, their choreography is nothing too special, but then again, the song itself makes it great. Now they also have another song within that single. So because right now their discography includes one full album, three EPs, and five singles. That fifth single album includes the current one, which is S. Okay, it might be wrong, but then it also has another song called Pipe Down. Now, Pipe Down is a little bit of it makes me feel like a 90s power song, like a woman power song. So, it's pretty good as well. While Bebe also includes a lot of disco music. It reminds me of disco. They can put it in a disco. The tone, the song's very disco. It's very disco. It's like new disco. And it's something very, I would really say it's something that you can use to really easy to dance to and easy to groove to. And I'd like to try you guys out. It's a new group for me. I have been trying to talk about IVE for the past 3 weeks already. But I was supposed to about it right now. But the thing is, this whole week has been nothing but Bebe, and I love it. I love it, and I love K-pop. I love the new songs coming in. We haven't even gone deep to Kiki right now with their new release. I still need to talk about IVE, and I finally got to like NMix. I finally found a song that I could love with NMix, which I'd like to talk about because I love watching Year One's content. So we'll be talking about that soon. But then again, it was derailed and just Bebe came in and I just loved it. So I'm putting links up for you guys to check out the music video and their other performances. Try them out. StayC, it's a long time coming, and I know I should have listened to them earlier, but it's a long time coming. And great group, very pretty. They're very. I love this. I love this iteration of them. Hopefully, if they have other songs, they can get that energy from and try them out. StayC, really good.